400 wheel horsepower in a Subaru? Why, yes, you can. And today we're in one that makes nearly double that. Let's talk about the newest giveaway car from 8080. Like a freaking fighter jet. Listen to that. Woo! Of course, that external wastegate. All the sounds. This car just makes all the sounds. So good. High horsepower and all-wheel drive isn't for the faint of heart. And with 728 wheel horsepower sent through Subaru's torque vectoring drivetrain, say that 5 times fast. High torque sent through Subaru's torque vectoring drivetrain, sent through Subaru's high, and with 728 wheel horsepower sent through Subaru's torque vectoring drivetrain, you're sure to have a good time or end up in a lot of trouble. Maybe both. Woo! Thing rips, dude. Gosh. If you're unfamiliar with torque vectoring, it's tech used by many car manufacturers, of course, including Subaru. In a nutshell, the ECU makes calculations and decisions hundreds, if not thousands of times per second to determine which wheels need the most power. So by sending more power to the wheels with traction and less power to the wheels without traction, you end up getting an extremely responsive and planted car in the corners. So the car looks good, but where it really shines is under the hood. There's an IAG Stage 4 block that we're running in this car, which is one of the top of the line motors coming from IAG. Fully built and rated for 1100 horsepower. Pulling air in through the intake, feeding an ETS front mount intercooler, then to a Process West intake manifold, all the way back to a titanium NVIDIA exhaust in the rear. From there, the car is also running a Garrett GTX 3582R massive turbo. So of course, when you're forcing more air, you need more fuel. So the car is set up with supporting fuel mods like dual Walbro fuel pumps, injector dynamics, ID 1700cc injectors, and IAG fuel rails. It's tuned on one of our favorite platforms, the Cobb Access port. I've got the V3 over here to my left on a custom tune, of course, with the flex fuel kit, also from Cobb, which means you can run a wide variety of fuels through this car. Anything from 91 that you can just get any gas station down the street, all the way up to things like E85 and race gas. So the flex fuel sensor analyzes the octane content of whatever fuel you're running, and it'll adjust the tune accordingly. So with that information, it can advance or dial back timing, change target boost pressure, and a slew of other things to make sure that you're making the most power on the safest tune. And putting all that power down is the solid 6-speed STI transmission. This thing's been around forever. It's proven. It's a great transmission. And an Exedy twin disc clutch. Compared to some of the other builds that we've done in the past, this car does have a much more simple exterior, but that's a big reason why I like it. It's simple and clean. It's got a satin silver wrap. Underneath that is, I believe it's called dark gray metallic, is the original paint color. Paint's in perfect condition. Also running a set of Volk ZE40s in an 18x10 square setup. This car's a 2017 with 17,500 miles on it at the filming of this video, and everything feels perfectly neat and new and clean. Still got that new car smell. The steering is super responsive. The power band, it's just on point. Plenty of power to throw you back in your seat and keep you pinned. do a couple more. Third. Slow it down. I'm not gonna speed, guys. Second. All right. Second. 4,000 RPMs. Power band. Just like that. It's crazy because with such a big turbo on such a small motor like this, it can be really difficult to spool that turbo up every time, every gear change. So by integrating flat foot, you've always got your boost right there and the power is instant. So we've been doing this for a long time and it is incredible to be able to give amazing cars like this to people like you. We've already given away over $1.5 million in cars and cash to 68 people. And this time around, we're giving away this 730 wheel horsepower STI and $30,000 in real cash. And getting entered is super easy. You head over to 8080.com, pick out your favorite product there, and that gets you automatically entered to win. Every $1 you spend equals 1 entry. Pick up a t-shirt like this, it's 30 entries. Pick up some spray wax, it's 25 entries.